Okay, Rukun's video on Saturday, the 2nd of November 2024, just gone 6 a.m. Chicago time. Do hope you are doing well. So it's the weekend and time for another weekend futures market recap. I'll go through 15 of the largest futures markets and I show you what I'm seeing on my charts. Obviously this week we have the American elections coming up, and I think that's going to be the most important driver of the markets, and I wonder if we can see what the result might be from the futures markets activity in the last couple of days. That's going to be the topic of discussion with this week's video. But before getting on to that, just to say a couple of things. First of all, I sound pretty bad. That's because I'm crook. Got ill surfing this place, which is one of my favorite beaches south of Biarritz. It's called Bidar, and it has this river mouth here, which is great. If you're not a surfer, river mouths are really good places to surf because it's easy to get out into the surf, and the surf tends to break into the river mouth area because the sand or stony bottom accumulates by the river mouth itself, and so waves tend to break in. And this last week on Tuesday, Wednesday was just awesome. We had fantastic waves. This beach, believe it or not, holds up to about 4 meters of swell. That's one of my favorite places. But river mouths are notoriously dirty, and this year, for whatever reason, the Biarritz region has been very dirty and the beaches have been closed from time to time because of the pollution. And I picked up a bug, nasty little bug, so I'm feeling a little bit crook. The second thing to say is that I have a good friend of mine, Timotei, is helping me edit the video this weekend. So we'll just have a little bit of an intro from Timotei.
Hello, my name is Timothy. I'm here for did a little internship with Barry and for help him to edit this week's video. And I hope this video will help you and enjoy the video.
All right. Okay, let's get on to it. We're going to talk about the E-mini charts first, daily all the way down to the 15-minute and the 13,500 tip bar chart, and then we're going to do some high-level daily charts on the dollar index, the euro, crude, and copper, and then go down to the tick charts. So let's rip through these. First of all, the same story that we had last week, which was all the amateur bars. You can see that's what we had in the last 2 weeks' activity, pushing up into these highs, being led by the amateurs, and that's why we've got a rainbow pattern down here. We didn't get a lot of conviction this week, but we sold off. We broke underneath that little sequence here with Thursday and Friday's activity. Nasty down day on Thursday, but it is an amateur down bar, which is suspect, and we've come down to minus 3.7 million in terms of better momentum here. So we've got amateur down bars, amateur up bars, and amateur down bars. So not a lot of conviction here, and we've overshot our resistance on the daily charts, and we're coming back down. Potentially on the daily chart, we're going to have support come in because we've got a cyclical cross on the lowest time frame here. So we've got support likely due at some point. The question is it going to be Tuesday, Wednesday where that support gets hit? We've got to bounce from there. I think we're going to have to go down the time frames, and I'll show you what I'm seeing on the lower time frames to explain that. So the 135-minute chart, Rambo patterns again into those highs, amateurs buying into those highs, and that's why it's weak, and we busted out of that channel there, bang, and we fell off Thursday, Friday's activity here. We're overbought in terms of cyclical patterns up here, nice sequence of end of trends going on here, but we've overshot each of those resistance lines, so it just shows the strength of the market. If that was a real turning point that we were likely changing into a downtrend, or it was going to be a strong downtrend move yet, we would have just bounced off these resistance lines. We wouldn't have poked through. So them overshooting like that just shows that we've still got cyclical strength going on. The next turning point that's going to be important is when we come down and cross down here at these lows and bounce from there. We can't see it yet on the 135-minute chart. There's nothing volume-wise that's showing that we're going to catch at that point there. 45-minute chart. Now here you can see the blue professional bars started to come in. We got better momentum here with positive reads, which is good. So down here in this sell-off that we had Thursday, Friday, they did start getting interested in buying. Cyclical support though on the highest time frame has not come in down here. So we've still got a little bit of work to do in order to test into those lows and make sure that's an area where we're going to catch. And on the 15-minute chart, here we go, you can see all of these blue professional bars coming in here. Super high average trade size, that's why the bars are blue themselves, and the background's in blue as well, so that's important. But we have not busted back up through the trailing stop here. So in terms of selling activity, it wasn't very extreme, but we've not busted back into an uptrend there. Cyclically wise, potentially, yes, we've got a triple going on here, but we have not broken back up into an uptrend yet, so we don't have signs of strength like this going on after our triple yet. And the 13,500 tip bar chart, there we go, that's the sell-off that we had on Thursday. Super high average trade size comes in, exhaustion sell, we start to get signs of strength, we're coming back down to test. This whole area needs to hold. There's a bullish divergence pattern in here, but it's close to the zero line, so it might need a flush pattern after that to come back in. But this low down here at 57.30 or so is super important, so let's see if that holds. Cyclically wise, down here again, it's nice. Pullback to end of trends rippling through the time frame. So pullback to end of trend on the lowest time frame, followed by pullback to end of trend on the intermediate time frame, and cyclical support on the highest time frame. So that's nice for a bottom, but we haven't got the signs of strength yet. We're still white bars here. It's still a downtrend on the 13,500 tip bar chart, and we don't have confirmation here with a stair-step trade or something like that yet on better pro-am on the 13,500 tip bar chart. The E-mini's trying to hold down here, but we don't have a break back up above 5,800, which would signal that we've changed back up into an uptrend. The election news is going to be late on Tuesday, so Monday, Tuesday during the day is going to be tricky to trade, and then just be super volatile throughout the election news coming out. And who knows whether we're going to have a result or not, a definitive result by the end of Tuesday into Wednesday. Could well be that this thing is undecided, ends up in the Supreme Court, and we're going to be stuck in limbo for weeks or months. But wait and see. So E-mini trying to hold. Now, are there any other markets that we can look at higher time frames to suggest which way the election is going to go? I'm going to show you the higher time frame charts on dollar index, the euro, crude, and copper. So first of all, dollar index here. We are rallying on the dollar index. So you can see a couple of weeks ago we bottomed down here at 99. And blue professional bars come in, exhaustion sell, bullish divergence and flush, bang, we break into an uptrend, and we've got exhaustion buy going on at the moment. That is showing the strength of the buying and potentially busting us up through 105. So dollar index is bullish, so potentially that's showing that Trump might win because pro-business, pro-markets. So dollar index is one. The euro, and because the dollar index, the Japanese yen is such a big component of it, you have to strip that out and look at the euro itself. Euro has tried to rally from these lows down here, parity versus the US dollar, exhaustion sell, bullish divergence and blue professional bars back in October, but has been stuck in this channel kind of going nowhere, and we're testing back down to this important level down here, at 107.5. We had blue professional bars come in there, but we've done nothing. We've come back down. Emini down bars, this absolutely needs to hold, but if it doesn't at 7.5, if that fails, we'll break down into another downtrend here and go test parity again. So that's not particularly good on the euro. The dollar index is looking stronger. So crude. Now, Trump's policies on crude are not particularly bullish for prices. He wants the price of crude to come down. So the crude markets are showing us what's going on. They bought the low down here at 65. Blue professional bars step in, exhaustion sell, bullish divergence, and then rallied back up to 75. But then at 78, they took profits and weakened from there. Emini up bars into mid-70s, didn't go anywhere, come back down, so 66 is going to be critical down here. If that breaks, that again is suggesting pro-Trump. And then copper. Copper's good read on just general economic growth, and this is looking a bit weak at the moment. I had some questions on previous videos about copper, and this is why I'm not very keen on copper, because it topped out at 520 up here with blue professional bars. Got weakness, and we've tested back up into 480 and been rejected. If you go to the lower time frame chart, the 460-minute chart, you can see that was a classic stair-step trade. So we come to the lows, we bounce off 4, can come back up with blue professional bars, stair-step trade down, and we've got weakness in copper. So copper's not looking all that good at the moment, so that's not good for economic growth. So, I don't know, out of all of those markets, the dollar index strengthening, I think is suggesting that might be pro-Trump market. The equities market's trying to hold, but it's not held at the moment. And crude, not doing so well, potentially breaking down through 66. But anyway, it's going to be a fun one, so we'll see what happens. And just as a quick afterthought, let us just rip through the tip bar charts. We'll review those quickly. Here's the euro chart. The vertical solid yellow lines show the beginning and the ends of the week, and we're marked by rainbow patterns on the E-mini charts here. So the beginning of the week, rainbow pattern, we bounced off there. Blue professional bar at the same level came in, and then at the other side of the trade, the rainbow patterns came in, and we weakened from there and broken into a downtrend at the moment on the euro. So the euro not looking too good. British pound, obviously we had the budget come out, and that was initially gamed up. Blue professional bars bought the low and then sold the high. They just gamed that all the way back up. The big pro bars at the highs come in with the background in blue, exhaustion buy, and we've fallen into a downtrend, and we're just bouncing from there, coming back down. So British pound not looking good, but that's potentially the result of the Labour budget there that's driving that activity. Aussie dollar can't find its direction here. Bounced off Rambo patterns at the lows, Rambo to Rambo channel at this point here. No blue professional bars down on these lows or exhaustion sell, so the Aussie dollar is looking weak. Japanese yen, a little bit of the same thing. A couple of weeks ago we had blue professional bars come in, sell it down, bounced off Rambo patterns here, and they're selling it down again here. Background's in grey, so the Japanese yen not looking too good. 10 years maybe trying to find a bottom down here, exhaustion sell, blue professional bars, but it's still in a downtrend. So that was the employment numbers kind of came out and caused all kinds of volatility down there, but it's still in a downtrend on the 10 years. Gold finally peaked out here, coming into these highs, 2800. Blue professional bars, super high average trade size on gold here at these highs. Rolled over, sold down, stair-step trade here, bang, blue professional bars on that retrace, and they've sold it down. And silver, same thing. Silver topped out, here we go. Blue professional bars, super high average trade size here, big pro bars, selling it down, and then come to another stair-step trade on that little bit of retracement. Same thing, super high average trade size comes in, and silver sold off again, and Bitcoin. So all of those had a nasty week. Same thing, exhaustion buy, classic signal here. Exhaustion buy, bearish divergence, blue professional bars, super high average trade size at these highs. With the retrace there, blue professional bars coming on the retrace, stair-step trade down, and we're weakening on Bitcoin, having reached almost 74 again, 74,000. And then crude trying to bottom down here. Some big pro bars coming in here, buying it up, but at this high exhaustion buy, bearish divergence, big pro bars coming in here, we weakened. So if we get through 69, we're heading down on crude. Natural gas headed down, nasty trade down here. Some blue professional bars up here, but I would have expected to see these big pro bars right at the highs there, but didn't. They came in here, a fake out move, and then we're still in a downtrend. No blue professional bars of any note come in yet on natural gas. Copper, difficult to trade this over the last 3 weeks, just kind of going nowhere. Pro bars coming in here on the high, they're selling it down. Stair-step trades at the moment kind of going on there on copper, so that's not looking good. Lastly, the ags. So we've got big pro bars coming in on the ags here, so that's interesting. So as that bottomed at that point, exhaustion sell. Let's see if 416 gets broken as this one heads back up, possibly. And soybeans sold it down. Pro bars coming on the retrace here, so that's interesting. So soybeans starting to strengthen. And lastly, wheat. Exhaustion sell, big pro bars coming in here, trying to make a bottom at this point. So let's see if this whole area holds. We get back up through like 76s or something like that on wheat. So there we go, quick rip around the charts. So Tuesday, that is obviously going to be the day. We'll get a better sense from there, direction of the equities markets, dollar index markets going forward. If you're day trading it on the Tuesday during the results, good luck to you. I think it's going to be super volatile. I'll definitely be looking at it, but whether I'll be trading it or not, I do not know. But looking forward to it. Hope you are too. Take it easy and have a good week's trade.